I welcome you all in today's lecture, and I'm going to deal with the topic that is electoral politics, chapter 4 from political science. So children, by now we have come to know that in a democracy, children, it is neither possible nor necessary for people to govern directly. And in order to govern the people, we govern through the representatives which are elected by the people of our country. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to understand, number one, why elections are necessary and useful in democracy. Second, we are also going to try to understand how electoral competitions among parties serves the people. Third, then you are going to ask what makes an election democratic. The basic idea here is to distinguish between democratic elections and the non-democratic elections. So in this chapter, we are going to assess the elections in India, and in the light of this yardstick, we are going to take each stage of elections from drawing boundaries of different constituencies to the declaration of results. At each stage, we will ask what should happen and what does happen in the elections. And at the end of the chapter, we are going to assess of whether elections in India are free and fair. And last but not least, we are going to discuss about the role of election commission in ensuring free and fair elections taking place in our country. Now children, first of all, we are going to discuss about that what is electoral politics. What do you mean by electoral politics? It is a common term, children, which is there in your daily life. Whenever you pick up your newspaper, you can find news which is concerned with the election which is taking place in one place or the other place. So in the beginning of the chapter, there is an example which has been taken about the state assembly election in Haryana. And in 1987 in Haryana, the state was ruled by a Congress party led government since 1982, Chaudhry Devi Lal. At that time, he was an opposition leader. He led a movement called Nyay Yudh, that is the struggle for justice. And he formed a new party called Lok Dal. Okay? So his party, he joined other opposition parties. They formed a front. Is it clear? Front against the Congress in the election. What do you mean by front? Front is an alliance. Alliance means before the election, when parties meet together and fight the election together, that is called as a front, जिसको हम बोलते हैं महागठबंधन. So in this election campaign, what happened? Devi Lal said that if his party is going to win the election, his government would have waived the loans of the farmers. Is it clear that farmers' loans will be finished? Even the small business loans will be finished. And he promised that this would be the first action of his government after being elected. So what happened? The people, they were already unhappy with the existing government at that time, with the Congress government, and they were attracted by Devi Lal's policies for promises which he made to the people about the waiving of the loans of the farmers and the small businessmen. And so when elections were held, they voted in favor of the Lok Dal and its allies. So Lok Dal and its allies, they won 76 seats out of 90 seats in the state assembly, and they formed a government in which the Congress was in opposition, which had only 5 seats. So once the elections are announced, okay, so the chief minister, the sitting chief minister at that time, he has to resign. The new elected government is formed. It was formed in the Legislative Assembly in Haryana. Okay? And they chose Devi Lal as the leader. The governor then invites the elected leader to be the new chief minister, and 3 days after the elections, results were declared and he became the chief minister of the country. And as soon as he became the chief minister, what he did? The government issued Order, waiving of the loans, outstanding loans of the small farmers as well as agricultural laborer, small businessman, and his party ruled the state for 4 years. Again, the next elections were held in 1991, but this time his party was not able to win a popular support, and again the Congress won the elections and they formed the government. So here you can see that elections can lead to changes and the policies of the government. Second, the government invited Devilal to become the chief minister because he was impressed with his speeches also. People were unhappy. Third, people were unhappy with every ruling party and vote against in the next elections. And the party that wins the elections, they forms the government. Now the question arises here, children. Whatever I have discussed you about the Haryana government, the formation of the government over here, okay? Question arises that why do we need election? Okay? Now, in this electoral politics, children, it is a field in which we elect our representatives by voting them. Electoral politics. Electoral politics means in politics, the phase which is concerned with the elections and the process of elections is called as electoral politics. So children, in this election, we elect our representatives, okay? We elect our representatives in this, and the more the votes, the more the chances to win the election. Is it कि जिसके ज़्यादा वोट होंगे वो इलेक्शन ज़्यादा जीतता है. Now the first topic which is comes over here is why elections. Okay, now already you have seen that in democracy election takes place regularly. ठीक है, भी आप देखोगे समय समय पे हमारा हर आफ्टर 5 years we have elections of the state legislative assembly, elections of the central government also, even of the village panchayat also. Okay, so elections takes place at regular interval of time, and in this people choose their representatives. And we have also seen that elections are held in many countries that are not democratic also. Okay, so the question arises, why do we need election? Why elections are required? Now imagine a democracy without elections. ठीक है, सोचो एक democratic country है, उसमें elections नहीं होंगे. Can you rule a people without any elections? If all the people can sit together every day and take all the decisions, अब सोचो, you can think over it. अगर रोज सोचो, क्या इतनी बड़ी country, vast country like India, क्या रोज सब लोग बैठ के देश के बारे में decision ले सकते हैं? No, it is it's a Herculean task. But as we have seen that this is not possible in a large community, or nor it is possible for everyone to have the time and the knowledge to take decisions on all matters. We are not concerned, we are not so much professional in taking the decision of the country and discussing about the matters of the country. So that is why most democracies people, they rule through their representative only. Is it clear? So now we are going to take a place where representatives are selected on the basis of age and experience. Now second we are going to take, चलो इलेक्शन नहीं होते तो चलो हम एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पे ले लेते हैं. एक्सपीरियंस की चलो ये सबसे बुजुर्ग बंदा है, नॉलेजेबल बंदा है, और जो है ये अच्छा जो है, इसको हम अपना इलेक्शन अपना नेता बना देते हैं. ओके, नाउ देयर विल बी सम डिफिकल्टी इन डिसाइडिंग कि कौन है एक्सपीरियंस बंदा, कौन नॉलेजेबल है. यू हैव टू लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर द हु इज़ द एक्सपीरियंस पर्सन इन द एरिया या इन द कंट्री, in such a vast country. Who is the knowledgeable person, who is the experienced person? Let us say that people can resolve these difficulties. No, that person might not be able to resolve the difficulties. So clearly such a place does not require elections also. Now in democracy, elections are considered essential, a very important, and in our times any representative democracy dash elections takes place. Or in this elections, why elections are required? First of all, elections, they can lead to change in the policy of the government. Okay, second, the governor it is in a state, the governor invite the elected party's head to be the chief minister, and if the people are unhappy with every ruling party and vote against it in the next election, अगर सपोज करो आज की गवर्नमेंट है, वी आर नॉट हैप्पी विद द पॉलिसीज एंड वॉट एवर द वर्क दे आर डूइंग, in the next election we can change the government also. That is why elections are required. The party that wins the election, they forms the government, and the election can lead to economic development in the state or in the country also. Okay, the party need not have not resigned after his party lose election, and the country which have elections are said to be a democratic. So we are going to discuss about such topics over here. So why elections are required? First of all, the people can choose the leaders who will make laws for them. Number one. First of all, why elections is required? The people, through the elections, children, people, they choose the leader, and this leader make the law for the country. So the leader should be wisely chosen over here. Why? Because he has all the responsibility of governing the state, yeah, governing the country, and side by side he takes important decisions in making certain laws of the country. Secondly, elections are also required because they can choose who will form the government and take major decisions also. Is it clear? Through elections, we can find out, we can make that who is going to, which party is going to form the government, and about taking the major decisions also. Thirdly, they can choose the party whose policies will guide the government and law making. Fourthly, a rule of the party people is possible without any election if all people can sit together every day and take all the decisions. I already told you before that it is possible without any election. If a rule of a people is possible without an election, कब नहीं हो सकता है? अगर all the people can sit together every day and take all decisions, especially it can happen only in the government at the village level, that is at panchayat level. Well, where in the gram sabha, the people of the village, they all sit together every day and they can take the decisions. But in such a vast country like India, when the elections of the central government, union government and the state government takes place, it is very difficult for people, all the people of the state or the country to sit together and take important decision of the country. तो जहाँ पे rule of the people जहाँ possible है बिना election के, वहाँ पे लोग ऐसे बैठ के भी कर सकते हैं. Okay, this is the point which I discussed. Why do we need elections? Okay. Side by side, elections can also be possible if they choose the representative at regular interval and change them if they wish to do so also. Through elections, we can do this also. Therefore, elections are considered very important in our times for any representative government. Representative government, already I told you before what is representative government, where the people of the country choose the MLAs and MPs of the country who becomes the representative of that constituency in the parliament or in the state legislative assembly. That is called as a representative government. So these are the points which you can write about why do we need elections. Okay. Now, what makes an election democratic? Democratic means already you know कि डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री की कैसी होती है, क्या होती है. अब कौन से पॉइंट्स है जो इलेक्शन को डेमोक्रेटिक बनाता है. ओके, पहली बात कब होगा? पहली बात, when every person should be able to choose. Is it clear? When every person should be able to choose the representative of their area, तभी हम इसको डेमोक्रेटिक कह पाएंगे. अगर हमारे पास पावर नहीं है चूज करने की, तो क्या हम उसको डेमोक्रेटिक कह लेंगे कि थोड़े लोग जो है वोट डालते हैं, वोट डालने की उन लोग को जो है परमिशन है, बाकी लोगों को नहीं है, तो यू कांट कॉल दैट इलेक्शन एज अ डेमोक्रेटिक. ओके, व्हेन एवरी पर्सन हैव अ राइट टू चूज द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द एरिया, दैट एट दैट and then only we can call it as a democratic election. That means everyone should have right to vote and every vote should have an equal value. Is it clear? Before this, I was telling you about Saudi Arabia also, where the women are not, now the women are allowed. From 2016, women are allowed. But when I was discussing about the certain like Fiji and all, where the other people, other natives of the different countries, they are not given the proper representation in their country. And there are many countries where the non-Russians in the country I was telling you about, Fijian also, and in Philippines also, I hope so, where I was telling you that these non-Russians were not allowed to vote, and they were not given equal, if they were voting also, they were not given the equal value. उनके वोट को उतनी महत्व नहीं दिया जाता था, उनको काउंट नहीं किया जाता था, और उनके एक वोट को एक वन वैल्यू नहीं दी जाती थी, आधी वैल्यू दी जाती थी. So you cannot call that a democratic ways of choosing the representative. Second is there should be something to choose from. अब इसका मतलब क्या है? जब मेरे पास वैरायटी होएगी, जब मेरे पास सब्जियों की वैरायटी होएगी, तभी तो मैं सब्जी चूज़ करके ला सकती हूँ. अगर मेरे पास सिर्फ आलू, बैंगन और ये 2-4 सब्जियाँ होंगी तो मेरे पास चॉइस नहीं रहती है. इसी तरह से इलेक्शन में भी सेम है. अगर तुम्हारे पास चॉइस होएगी, चॉइस कैसे, डिफरेंट पार्टीज़ के लोग होंगे, वैरायटीज़ होगी, तभी तो तुम उसमें से चूज़ कर सकते हो. तभी तो उसमें तुम डिफरेंसेस क्रिएट करके, डिफरेंसेस जब सामने आएंगे तभी तो उसमें बेस्ट चूज़ करके उसको इलेक्ट कर सकते हो. Okay, like in China have only one party system, that is a communist party system. There is no choice for the people of the China over there. They are supposed to choose the people, those who are standing in for the election from the communist party itself. They don't have choice. You can't call that as a democratic election. So parties and candidates should be free to contest elections. Is it clear? सबको जो है फ्रीडम मिलना चाहिए इलेक्शंस में खड़े होने के लिए, इलेक्शन को कंटेस्ट करने के लिए, एंड इससे क्या होता है, वोटर्स को रियल चॉइस मिलती है. ओके, नाउ थर्ड विल कम हियर दैट द चॉइस शुड बी ऑफर्ड एट रेगुलर इंटरवल्स ऑफ टाइम. इसका मतलब क्या है कि एट रेगुलर इंटरवल्स ऑफ टाइम, ये नहीं है कि भाई एक बार हमने चूज़ कर लिया तो 10-20 साल तक काम खत्म. नो, बीच बीच में इलेक्शंस होते रहने चाहिए. क्योंकि अगर एक गवर्नमेंट हमने फॉर्म कर दी, को 10-20 साल तक रूल करेगी तो क्या होगा, वो गवर्नमेंट डिक्टेटरशिप भी उसमें चेंज हो सकती है. वो अपनी मनमानी करने लगी कि मुझको तो चूज़ कर लिया, मैं 30 साल के लिए फ्री हो गया हूँ. नहीं, इलेक्शंस को रेगुलर इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम पे होना चाहिए. ठीक है, इसी वजह से इन आवर कंट्री आफ्टर एवरी 5 years वी आर हैविंग इलेक्शन आवर कंट्री, सो दैट वी ऑल्सो गेट अ चांस that if the present government is not working properly, we can change the government. Is it clear? So next we come here, the third point, the candidates preferred by the people, over here, the candidates preferred by the people should get elected. अब ये next point है कि जिसको हम choose कर रहे हैं, उनको ही, जिसको हम इलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, इज इट क्लियर, उनको जो है गवर्नमेंट बनाने के लिए चांस मिलना चाहिए. ठीक है ना, उनको जिनको इलेक्ट किया जाता है उनको जो है वेटेज मिलना चाहिए, उनको ही रहना चाहिए. ये नहीं है कि बाद में चेंज कर दे, जैसे पाकिस्तान में हुआ था, गवर्नमेंट इलेक्ट हुई, उसके बाद उन्होंने हटा दिया, डिसॉल्व कर दिया, और फिर अपना फिर से सरकार बना ली थी ड्यूरिंग परवेज मुशर्रफ के समय. Next, election should be conducted in a free and fair manner. Okay, election should be free and fair manner, जहाँ पे people can choose as they really wish. That means it shows that, देखो, you can see a nice picture over here, a long queue, जिसमें कि every people is going to vote over there. यहाँ पे free and fair election manner का मतलब क्या है कि यहाँ पे कोई dirty tricks ना हो. डर्टी ट्रिक्स, अब इसके बारे में डर्टी ट्रिक्स क्या होती है, दैट आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन द लेटर पार्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर ओवर हियर. इज इट क्लियर? नाउ अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आता है, डेमोक्रेटिक इलेक्शन हो गया, अब आता है पॉलिटिकल कंपटीशन. पॉलिटिकल कंपटीशन में क्या है कि क्या ये पॉलिटिकल, अब इलेक्शन होते हैं, पॉलिटिकल कंपटीशन होता है, एक पार्टी दूसरी पार्टी के अगेंस्ट खड़ी होती है. ओके, इसमें जो है आपने देखा है इलेक्शंस तो टोटली पॉलिटिकल कंपटीशन के ऊपर है. ये कंपटीशन वेरियस वेज में होता है, एंड फ्रॉम दिस पॉलिटिकल कंपटीशन इट इज़ क्लियर कंपटीशन किसके बीच में है? पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के बीच में. सो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी लेवल पे इट टेक्स द फॉर्म ऑफ कंपटीशन अमंग द डिफरेंट कैंडिडेट्स. डिफरेंट पार्टीज के डिफरेंट कैंडिडेट्स खड़े होते हैं, आपने देखा होगा, उनके बीच में कॉम्पिटिशन्स होता है. अगर कोई भी कंपटीशन नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? इलेक्शन पॉइंटलेस हो जाएगा. कंपटीशन होना भी ज़रूरी है. नाउ इस कॉम्पिटिशन्स के प्रोस एंड कॉन्स दोनों हैं, मेरिट्स भी हैं एंड डीमेरिट्स भी हैं. पहले हम डीमेरिट्स डिस्कस करते हैं कि क्या नेगेटिव इफेक्ट्स हैं. नंबर 1, electoral competitions has many demerits. First, it creates, you just write down, it comes in your exams also, that is, what are the demerits of a political competition. Number 1, it creates a sense of disunity and factionalism in everyday society. Factionalism माने क्या होता है? डिवीजन. पीपल आर डिवाइडेड. आपने देखा जब इलेक्शन होता है, कुछ लोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ हो जाते हैं, कुछ कांग्रेस की तरफ हो जाते हैं, उनकी नोक झोंक शुरू होती है. तो डिवीजन इन सोसाइटी टेक्स प्लेस. कास्ट के बेसिस पे भी सोसाइटी डिवाइड हो जाती है कि भाई ये हमारी कास्ट का खड़ा है तो हम सब लोग इधर आ जाओ, इधर वोट देना है. ये उसकी कास्ट का खड़ा है. लोग खींचते हैं एक दूसरे को, कास्ट वाइज से खींचते हैं. इससे क्या होता है? डिमेरिट्स में क्या है? इट सोसाइटी डिसयूनिटी हो जाती है एंड साथ साथ क्या होता है? फैक्शनलिज्म आ जाता है, डिवीजन इन सोसाइटी आ जाती है. उसके बाद जो है, कैंडिडेट्स एंड पार्टीज दे यूज डर्टी मेथड्स फॉर विनिंग इलेक्शंस. ठीक है, डर्टी मेथड्स क्या होते हैं? एक्यूज करते हैं एक दूसरे को. ओके, एक दूसरे के अंदर डर्टी ट्रिक्स यूज करते हैं इलेक्शन जीतने के लिए. ठीक है. एंड थर्ड, people who want to serve the country avoid entering this field over owing to unhealthy competition. कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो वाकई में देश को चलाने में सक्षम है, उनके अंदर लीडरशिप क्वालिटी है, लेकिन वो आना नहीं चाहते हैं. दे डोंट वांट टू एंटर दिस फील्ड. व्हाई? Because of unhealthy competition which takes place here. Okay, so these are the point for the demerits. अब आता है merits of election. This is also आपको आ सकता है एग्जाम में. चिल्ड्रन, what are the merits of political competitions या merits of elections? This also. So first of all, क्या merit है? People get full right to vote and choose their representative over here. ठीक है, पीपल को देखो, इलेक्शन होता है तो लोगों को वोट डालने का मौका मिलता है, अपने रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को चूज कर लेते हैं. दूसरी बात, कंट्री विच हैज़ अडॉप्टेड द इलेक्शन प्रोसीजर इज ऑल्सो काउंटेड इन डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री. सेकेंडली, जिस कंट्री के अंदर इलेक्शन प्रोसीजर है उस वो डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री में काउंट हो जाती है. अगर इलेक्शन प्रोसीजर नहीं होगा तो हम उसको डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री नहीं कह सकते, और वो भी फ्री एंड फेयर वे में. इलेक्शन तो हर जगह होते हैं, ठीक है ना, लेकिन अनडेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री में भी होते हैं. लेकिन क्या वो फ्री एंड फेयर वे में होते हैं कि नहीं है, वो सब हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है. उसके बाद इट ऑल्सो, थर्ड पॉइंट, इट हेल्प्स टू इलेक्ट द इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव टू गो आउट एंड सर्व द कंट्री एंड द कंट्रीमैन. तो इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को मौका मिलता है कि वो देश को सर्व कर सकते हैं, देश के नागरिकों को सर्व कर सकते हैं. एंड नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, आफ्टर द पीपल गेट द राइट टू वोट दे आर कंसिडर्ड एज इक्वल. अब इलेक्शन के थ्रू क्या होता है? सबको बराबर समझा जाता है. क्यों बराबर सकता है? अमीर भी उसी लाइन में खड़ा होता है, गरीब भी उसी लाइन में खड़ा होता है. जो वोट की वैल्यू अमीर के पास है वही वोट की वैल्यू गरीब के पास है. तो यहाँ पे इलेक्शन के समय सबको पॉलिटिकल इक्वालिटी क्रिएट हो जाती है, देश में सबको बराबर समझा जाता है. Now I'm going to show you the picture. The countries, those who have adopted democracy and has benefited from it. Just see the country, those who have adopted the democracy and has benefited from it. Okay. Now this much is enough for today. So I discussed the topic. First of all, I brought the example of the Haryana election over here of Chaudhary Devi Lal. After that, I told you why do we need election, and after that, what are the ways which makes election a democratic. So children, number 1, first question which will be asked from you, why do we need elections? Jot down the points from there. Second, what makes an election democratic? उसके points को लिख लेना, question आ सकता है. Third, political competition. Political competition में what are the merits and demerits of political competition? That also I discussed just now. So go through it from your book, page number 58, 59, 57, 58, 59, and that's enough for today. So have a nice day, revise it, and we are going to discuss the other topics on in virtual class tomorrow.